The Feldenkrais method is a way to reconnect with what you're doing, how you're feeling, and how you're doing what you're doing, so that you can avoid doing funny things that end up in injury or discomfort. If we don't invest a little bit of time in noticing how we're doing what we're doing, how we sit, how we stand, how we walk, we're going to end up with a lot of pain. And I don't think there's anyone who hasn't suffered from some kind of joint pain. And that's just a lack of being able to honor the biomechanics of your skeleton. You know, the joints are there to help you move through the world and do what you want to do, but if you contradict the mechanics of the joint, you're going to end up in pain. That's just how it is. This method gives you a way to really look at yourself, feel yourself, move in new ways, expand your repertoire of movement in general, and ultimately do what you want to do with your life.
This is a really different model. This is that you would learn how to not get yourself into back pain in the first place. It's a group class where you come in and much like any sort of group movement class, whether that's yoga or Nia or any kinds of classes like that, what distinguishes the Feldenkrais method as different from something like yoga or Nia is that the movements are really only suggestions in order for you to explore greater and greater senses of your awareness of yourself and of your whole self.
I really trust Diana as a sort of carrier of the Feldenkrais method. I think that she's done it for so long and she understands it on such a deep level that I really feel like I never have to be skeptical about what she's doing. I can just relax and learn from her.
Diana does a very good job of delineating what part of it she's able to explain. When she's telling you what she's doing, she's honest and correct.
People often come to Feldenkrais because they're in pain. It can be chronic pain, or they're recovering from some kind of injury. And they get into it that way, and then they find out there's a lot more to it.
She went to go see a physical therapist for some issues that I was having, and it turns out she was also a Feldenkrais practitioner. And I know what physical therapy is about to some extent, and I knew that what she was doing was not that. And it was the results within the first session were amazing. And so I decided I'd check it out, and my checking it out has led me to want to become a practitioner myself.
An educational director in a training program has the opportunity to tap into their own creativity about how to convey what the method has to offer to people who want to then go and share it with others. In order for organic learning to happen, you really have to sink into the experience of it. You need to be in it long enough. It's a 4-year program, and that way you really get immersed, and the learning happens at a level it's pre-verbal.
I hope to share it with people, to teach group classes and eventually work one-on-one with people.
I find it continuously helpful and interesting in terms of deepening my embodiment and dealing with physical problems that I have. It feeds my intellectual curiosity around the human body and about how different people's movement patterns affect their life, and about how we carry ourselves affects our relationships with other people.
What we do in Feldenkrais is we're having people do movements that they don't normally do. So these novel kinds of movements wake people up, and they pay attention to themselves in a new way. So we're looking at how people can become more aware of themselves. And the training itself trains people the skill of noticing and becoming aware.